Hey viewers, Michael Warren here from Essential Guitar Lessons, and let's learn how to play Is This Love by Whitesnake. Don't forget, if you like this lesson, to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and check out my YouTube channel Essential Guitar Lessons. Lots of songs and lessons for all levels and new ones uploaded weekly. I'll put a link in the description for you. Now if you have any problems with this song, please leave a comment and let me know how you go with this one. Now we'll start with all the clean parts, then we'll do the heavy parts in the chorus and finish with all the solos and their harmonies. So let's get into it. So for our intro, we're going to start on the A string. We play the open and hammer onto the 2nd fret, and then play the open E string. Then we're going to play the 7th fret harmonic on the D string, 7th fret harmonic on the B string, and then the open G string. Then we can use our whammy bar to give it a bit of vibrato. So slowly. Now this next little part we're going to call riff 1 because he repeats this over and over again. So we have 2nd fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, so we play 2, 4 and then the open G string. And then we play the 3rd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D, 3rd fret on the B, open G and back to the 4th fret on the D. So slowly. Vibrato there with your bar as well. So we're calling that riff 1. And then from there we're going to play the 5th fret harmonic on the G string, then the 7th fret on the B, 7th on the G, 7th on the D. So back to riff 1. Then we do the harmonic on the 7th fret on the D, 7th fret on the B, 7th fret on the G, so back to riff 1. Now we're going to do this little run down here. We're going to play an E minor chord, but we're just playing the D, G and B strings. So we have 9 on the D, 9 on the G and 8 on the B. So then we play a D chord, so we're just going to play 7D, 7G and 7B. A C chord, we're just playing 5 on the D, 5 on the G, 5 on the B. Then we're going to do a G bar chord, but this time we're going to play the 5th fret on the A string, 5th fret on the D string, 4th fret on the G and 3rd on the B. Then we're coming back here, we're going to play the 3rd fret on the A and the D, open G and open B. And then hammer onto the 1st fret on the B string. So, and then just play the 2nd fret on the G strings and let those other notes ring out there. So slowly that run down. And we're going to call that our run down because he uses that a fair bit as well. So we have riff 1 and our run down there. So let me play that intro for you, not too hard once you've got those few riffs down, and we're just playing harmonics there. And that's our intro there. From there we go into our verse. We're going to start our verse off as the same as the intro. A, open, hammer onto the 2nd fret, open E, top string. Then we go to the open E, bottom string, 3rd fret B and open G. So our riff. Then the harmonics, 5th fret on the G, 7 on the B, G and D. Back to our riff. Now this time the harmonics, 7th fret on the D, 7th fret on the B, G, and back to D again. So back to our riff, and then our run down like we did before. And that's the first part of the verse. Let me play that up to speed for you. And the next part of the verse we start the same again. Open A, hammer onto 2, open E, and then the open E, B, and open G there, 3rd fret on the B and open G, back to our riff. Our harmonics, 5th fret G, 7th fret B, G and D, back to our riff. This time our harmonics, we're going to play the 7th fret on the D, 7th on the B, 7th on the G, back to our riff. And then we do our run down again. So let me play that second half of the verse for you. Once you got the first part down, this is pretty easy. And that's the second part of the verse, and from there we go into the chorus. So let's have a look at that now. So for our chorus, we're starting on the 3rd fret on the A, then 4th fret on the D, open G, and 3rd fret on the B. Then we just play that 3rd fret again on the B, 4th fret on the D, open G. So we have. Then go back to the 2nd fret on the A, play 2nd fret, 4th fret on the D, open G, and 3rd fret B. So. And then we do our run down. We have our A minor, we have our D, C. This time we're going to finish on the G, and we're going to do a little run. Open A, 2nd fret on the A, and then we go back to our chord again. So 3, 4, open 3. So exactly the same as the first part of the chorus, and play the 3B again. 4, 0, 3. Back to 2 on the A, 2, 4, 0, 3. Now this time we're going to do the run like we've always done. E minor and down. And that's our first chorus there. So let me play that for you. That's our chorus there. From there we go into our solo, so let's have a look at the rhythm behind that now. So for our first solo, it starts out the same as the verse. Open A string, hammer onto the 2nd fret, open E. And then open E string, 3rd fret B, open G. So our riff. This time 5th fret harmonic on the G, 7 on the B, 7 on the G. Back to our riff again. And that's our first solo there. So let me quickly play that up to speed for you. From there we go into the second verse, and this time we start with the open E string. And then we do the harmonics on 7D, 7B, 7G. Do our riff again. Now this time with the harmonics we're going to play the 5th fret G, 7B, 7G, and then 12B, 12E there. Back to our riff. Harmonics 7D, 7B, 7G. Back to our riff. Our run down. that end part again. So the 3 on the A and the D, open G and B, hammer onto the first fret, and then just play the second fret on the G. So we do that last little part 2 times. And that's our second verse there, so let me play that for you up to speed. And that's our second verse there, and from that we go straight into the chorus, and we do that the same as before. Then we have our solo, so let's have a look at the rhythm behind that, and we'll do all the solos at the end. So for the rhythm behind the solo, we're going to start it the same as our verses. And then our riff. And then for the rest of the solo, he leaves a bar out, then just goes back to the riff each time. Leaves a bar. So he's not putting any harmonics in, and just keeps going back to that first riff. So we end up playing that first riff 7 times, and then we finish with our run again. And do that last part again. So that's the rhythm to the solo, and that's pretty easy. After that we continue with the chorus. Let's have a look at that now. This is just going to repeat to the end. So we have the 3rd fret, it's going to start the same as our other chorus. 3rd fret on the A, 4 on the D, open G, 3rd on the B, then play the B again, 4th fret on the D, open G, 3rd fret on the B. Now this time we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E, open A, 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret on the D, open G, 3rd fret on the B, and then just finish with your run down to the G, and then play the open A, 2nd fret A, and we go straight back to our, and it just keeps repeating that to the end. So let me play that through for you a couple of times. Repeating that to the end. So there are all the rhythm parts. Let's have a look at the heavy part in the chorus now. So for the heavy guitar in the chorus, we're going to start on the 5th fret on the D and the G, play that once. Play the 3rd fret on the A, palm mute twice, and then back to the D and G, 5th fret, and then palm mute 4 times on the 3rd fret on the A string. So you want to keep that pattern for each chord. Then we're just moving up 2 frets, so 7th fret on the D and the G, 5th fret on the A 2 times, 7th fret D and G, 5th fret 4 times, 2, 3, 4. Then come back to the B power chord, so 4th fret D and G, and 2nd fret on the A. Do the pattern the same, and then we're going to do this little run down, A string 3, 2, E string 5, 3, and then A string O, 2, so we have. And then go back to the first part again. 5th fret on the D and the G, 7th fret, back to the B power chord. Now the only bit that's going to change is this little end run. We're going to play 3 on the A, 2 on the A, 5 on the E, 3 on the E, and then finish on 1 on the E. And then the heavy parts that does that on each chorus. Let's play through that up to speed now, not too hard. Play that through for the chorus. Now the last chorus we just keep playing that first part over again. So let's play that a couple of times. that over and over again for the last chorus. Now let's have a look at all the solo parts. So for our first part, the guitar just plays the E string, 15, 14, 12, and then 15 on the B and do a bend there. So. And then the second part of the chorus, we're doing something similar. E string, 15, 14, 12, B string, 15, 15, E string, 12, 12. So both those parts are pretty easy. Now for the harmony, the first part we're going to have 17 B, 15 B, 13 B, then come back to 12 and do a bend all on the B string. And then for the next part we do 17 B, 15 B, 13 B, 12 two times on the B, and 13 two times on the B. And that's our harmony there, so let me just play that last part for you. So we do that for the chorus, that's the first chorus there, so that's the solo part plus the harmony. Then after that we have a little solo, so let's have a look at that and we'll do the harmony for that also. So this time we're going to start on the 14 on the E string and do a bend. And then we're going to do a bend and release on the 14 again. And then just play the 14. Then we're going to use our bar for each note here. So we start in and let it come out. So 14, 15, 12, and then 12 on the E again, 14 on the E, 15 on the B, 11 on the G, and 12 on the D. So before you pick the note, push the bar in, and then when you pick it, let it come back up again. So slowly. So let me play that first solo for you. This is guitar 1. Now the harmony is going to be similar. We're going to bend on 14 on the G string, then do a bend and release, then just play the 14. And then for our bar we're playing 14 on the G, 16, back to 12, 12 again, 14, 11 all on the G, and then 12 on the D, and then just slide up to 7 on the A to finish that off. So let me play that harmony for you now. So that's our first solo, and after that we go back to the chorus and we do the solo parts the same again, and then we do our main solo after that. So let me play that for you, then we'll break it down. So we're going to start with 14, pull off to 12 on the G string, then just play 14 again and do a bend, then do another bend, and we hold that there, then just release it, pull off to 12, and then we play 11. And we're doing lots of vibrato on that there, but we want to keep it in time with the song. So. And then we just hit the 12 on the D string and slide back there. So let me play that first part for you. using a lot of sustain there to hold that 11th fret note there. Mine's dying out a little bit, but that's okay. Then from there we're coming up to the E string, playing 12th fret, 15, A string 14, D string 12, G string 11, 12, then play 14, slide up to 16. That's all in the G string, that last part, and then do a bend on the B string, 17th fret, and release. So let it come back down, and then 14 on the G, and then we're going to do 2 bends on the 15 on the B, and then on the B string, 12, 15, E string, 14, 14, 12, B string, 15. Then we're going to do a bend and release back to 12 on the 14 G, and then back to 14 on the G, so 14 on the D, back to the G, 12, 12, 14 on the D. So let me do that last little part for you slowly. Then we've got 12 on the B string, I'm going to slide up to that. 12 on the E, 12 on the B, 14 on the E, 12 on the B, 15 on the E, 12 on the B, do a bend on 15 on the E. Then we release it and do 15, pull off to 14, hammer onto 15. Then we're going to do that run again, 12B, 12E, 12B, 14E, 12B, 15E, 12B. Now we're going to do a bend on the 17 on the E, and then do it again, so release it, do it again, release it and have 17, pull off to 15, back to 17. So let me do that little part slowly for you. Now from there we're playing 15 on the B string 2 times. Do a bend on the 20th fret on the E string. Then we come back to the 19th fret, bend and release on the E string. 20 on the B, 19 on the G. Come back to the B string, 17, 19, 20. Still on the B string, 19th fret, bend and release, pull off to 17. 19 on the G, 17 on the B. So that little part slowly. Then we're going to do a bend on 19 on the G, play 17 on the B, bend on 19 on the G, 17 on the B and the E, and then on the E string, 20, 19, 17, on the B string, 20, go to 19 and do a bend and release, so. And then to finish that off, we're just doing this quick little rundown. B string 20, 19, 17, G string 19, 17, 16, and then we're doing like the end of the chorus here. E string 15, 14, 12, B string 15, 15, back to the E string 12, 12. So that's the same as the chorus. And you can put the harmony on there as well. So let me play that last little part slowly for you from the bend on the 19. And then for the rest of the choruses as well, you just use that first solo and harmony. So let me play that up to speed for you one more time so you can hear how it's going to sound. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.